guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Haley for those of you who do not know me. And if you are new and don't know me, then you wouldn't know that I am a senior in high school. I currently have 9 days left of my high school career. And with that coming, that also means that I will be going to college. I say that sarcastically because I am very terrified. But yes, I applied to college. I have applied to 7 different colleges. So I thought I would make this video to talk about how I got to where I am, basically. And where I applied to, how I got in there, what am I planning on studying, all the other fun jazz about college. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on to the video. Alright, so first off, my high school GPA has never been lower than a 3.5. I might not have been the best at all of my subjects, but it was never bad enough for me to get a 3.5. But other than that, I did pretty good. I don't always get C's, but like when I do, they're in my hardest classes, so it's understandable. Now, my SAT scores aren't as good as I would have hoped. I took it twice, once in October and once in December. I got the exact same score both times. I got an 1100, I got a 600 in the math and a 500 in the writing both times. The first time though, I took the essay portion and I forget what that scored out of, but the second time I did not take the essay portion and I just had the random extra question that comes with it. The SAT really wasn't that bad. I do wish I spent more time studying instead of procrastinating. That's one of my big weaknesses, to be honest. I don't study very well. Not that I don't study or don't study enough. I don't think I have a good technique with studying. But other than that, my resume really didn't have much other than I have a part-time job. I work at Tilly's, for those of you who do not know, which is where I get all the money I have to do all of my hauls. I've been working there for over a year. I started working there the summer of my junior year and it'll be hitting 2 marks, my second year mark in August. So that's pretty much it, but I don't do any sports, I don't do any clubs. I tried to do some clubs my junior year, but it never really stuck with me because I really wasn't one to do club things. I'm not coordinated enough for sports, so that was obviously out of the question. So yeah, other than that, my resume was dry as hell. With the whole thing though, I was able to explain my strengths and weaknesses very well and what I've learned from having a job, what I've learned for the 4 years of high school, my experiences, things I want to do. Most of the essay questions when I was applying to these colleges were like, why do you want to go to the school? Like, what kind of things would you want to try and get interested in? And I'm a very open person to new things, to be honest. So when I was applying, my school had set up the Common App through school and like Naviance. I don't know if all places do it or if all schools do it, but mine did, and we've been preparing it like for the last 3 or 4 years because they had to start like freshman year and then keep building a resume with the nothingness that I had done in my 4 years of high school. So I was kind of prepared to do this. It didn't take that long to apply to each of my colleges. I think the only tedious part was doing the essay portions, but the Common Map made it so much easier because we could write all the information once in it and then it would like autofill it for you for whatever college you're applying to. Not all the colleges that I applied to use the Common App. Like one of them had to be applied with through the actual like school website, but most colleges do let you apply through the Common App. So if you can, if your school allows the Common App, or if you are going to be applying to colleges soon, I would definitely recommend using that because it was very, very helpful. So let's talk about where I actually applied to. I applied to DePaul University, which is in Illinois, Georgia State University, Appalachian State University, which is in North Carolina, George Mason, which is in Virginia. I wanted to say West Virginia, but I think it's just normal Virginia. I applied to Penn State, Salisbury University, and Towson University. And out of these 7 that I applied to, only one of them has not gone back to me. I got accepted to all of the colleges except for Penn State. I'm not sure if that was their way of not accepting me at their school. So when I was applying to these colleges, I was kind of choosing more out-of-state colleges than in-state, which is not the smartest idea. I did all the in-state colleges last because they weren't my first choice, obviously. I had high hopes of being able to go out into a different state and explore instead of staying close to home-ish. So that was my first mistake. And when it came to scholarships and federal, or the FAFSA, those also did not really come through for me. I consider my living situation to be like middle class-ish. So me being middle class, I'm not rich enough to afford college, but I'm not necessarily not rich enough to get financial aid. I will still be applying to scholarships throughout the year, so maybe I can get some for the springtime, at least to make it less, and for the following years. But for now, I will be using some loans to get through my first year of college. I can only hope that my younger siblings do not do what I did and wait last minute for these things and think more reasonably in terms of college, because I really wasn't reasonable. I just had the high hopes that I would get somewhere and they would give me money and I would just leave. But obviously that's not the case because college is not really fully like that. Out of the colleges that I applied to though, I had only visited 2 of them. I visited George Mason and I visited Salisbury. Now George Mason had a really lovely campus. They have little like food bots. So like when we were walking around the campus, there were little like robots that like carried food and they were really cute. And apparently they're like one of like very few like colleges that did that. And that's honestly really cool. But it made me want to go there more, to be honest. And then Salisbury had a nice like secure campus. They had like not security things, but like, yeah, like security like stands like all over the place so that nobody had to feel unsafe. And that's something I definitely liked about the campus. And it was also like a smaller school, which I also like because I don't really do well with big populations and big crowds necessarily. So like that's nice. I have not gotten to visit the other 3, Appalachian or Georgia State or DePaul, because they were too far away for me to go and we didn't have the money to just stay for a weekend. So I wish I did get the experience to visit them, however, but for now I really won't know. My college decision is not one that I would have really thought I would make, but I don't regret it too much, to be honest. I definitely do hope that I enjoy this more than I think. I don't think I'm not going to enjoy college. It's more that the big population and I don't know how long I'm going to deal with it, because change is already hard on its own, but then having a roommate that I don't know and, you know, all the other stuff that comes to college, it's more that I'm terrified. And I feel like that me being like scared to walk into the school and have fun as well as learn will not go as great for me, and I'm just scared that it won't work. But I'm hoping that I'm wrong and it goes well and college is fun. The decision I made is to go to Towson, and I'm trying to cover up the postal thing and my freaking address. But I made a decision to go to Towson, and I like ripped up the package so bad, but I think that Towson will not be a bad school. It's close to home. It's only about an hour away. Towson is not that far away, so I can honestly drive an hour to come home if I needed something or any of the sort. Towson has like a big population, so I probably would have a better chance at getting a job up around there instead of down where I am. So hopefully that works out well for me. I'm very excited to be going to Towson for my first year of college ever. My number 1 choice was Georgia State, and then Penn State, and then George Mason, but out-of-state tuition is very expensive, and then I have 2 other siblings that have to go to college as well. Maybe if I try hard enough, I can transfer out, try another college another year, you know. I probably will not stay at Towson for the full 4 years. I might even stay there for like 3 years, but I definitely want to still try to get into my number 1 and go experience life down there. That's all I have to say about colleges. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't already. I do definitely want to do college related videos too. I want to do a freshman advice video for those who are going to be like join the high school soon. But I also want to do videos where I talk about my college experience, or I do like college morning routines or day in my lives, or a tour of the school, or something crazy like that. Like something college related. So if you want to see anything college related anytime soon, or when I start going to college, please let me know in the comments below as well. But other than that, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!